state senators here.
Come on, Jen.
Senator Pat McGuire, and Senator Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant. Please welcome them.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Or is it good evening?
Good afternoon.
Having spent most of the last 7 months in Springfield, I don't know what day it is. But standing before you is 1/30th of the chamber in which the state budget originated. So I'm proud to be here with my good friend and colleague, Senator Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant, to honor you, Pat. Obviously in Springfield, we don't do everything right. Although getting a budget after 736 days without one is an important achievement.
We appreciate that.
What we always try to do is recognize people on the local level who perform exemplary service to their community, to the county, and to the state, and that's why we have this State of Illinois Senate recognition for you. State of Illinois Senate recognition. The Illinois Senate of the 100th General Assembly of the State of Illinois acknowledges Pat Farah, Director, Workforce Investment Board of Will County, in recognition of 17 years of dedication and service to the Workforce Investment Board of Will County and the County of Will, and calls for the commemoration of a successful career, and further extends its wishes for happiness, health, and continued success in all future endeavors. Offered by Senators Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant and Pat McGuire, adopted by all 59 state senators.
Thank you, Senator.
Very nice. Thank you. Like that?
Thanks for your hard work. So, I am, as chairman of the Workforce Investment Board, I really thought long and hard about what I should say, and the best thing I can say about Pat, have y'all seen the show Better Call Saul? Okay? You better call Pat. Because when you need information, or you need help, or you need some direction on workforce issues, or where we can get the grant, the help, the counsel, the right answers, Pat has always been there. Now, I've been doing economic development for a long, long time, as you can see. And in fact, the true story of my professional career is my very first job, I was a CETA employee. Yes, remember CETA? So, in light of the history, the long history of workforce programs, and Pat's an expert, but I want to test her expertise. So, Pat, can you tell me what the very first federal workforce employment and training legislation was?
Civilian Conservation Corps.
That's close.
What came after that?
Wagner Pizer,
Oh,
1933.
Oh, we don't count those IDES programs.
All right. Federal employment, and then the Area Redevelopment Act of 1961. Now, I wouldn't know about that one. It subsidized training workers in depressed areas. The Trade Adjustment Assistance Act of 1962 was really the first dislocated worker program. And then the Manpower Development, I'd forgotten about this, the Manpower Development and Training Act, enacted in 1962. This is good. Aimed to retrain workers displaced as a result of automation. How about that, 1962? The Economic Opportunity Act of 1964, this was part of LBJ's Great Society, created an array of new employment and job training programs, including Job Corps. But in 1971 is when the New Works Project Association program came online, and Richard Nixon started out with the Emergency Employment Act of 1971, the Public Employment Program, PEP. I don't know if you remember that one.
No.
1973 was, and who knows what CETA stands for? That's an easy one. That was 1973. The public service employment under Jimmy Carter, the federal government was directly funding more than 700,000 public service employee jobs annually. Reagan brought about son of CETA, and then we got into JTPA, private industry councils, and of course the Workforce Investment Act, and now WIOA.
Give me that pick voucher.
That's right. So, I've known, Pat and I have been here almost as long as each other.
Yeah, like
You've been here
just
a
a couple
little,
weeks apart,
little
I
ahead
think.
of me. You know, I can stand here and talk great things about Pat. Would somebody like to say something nice about Pat in this audience here? And I don't mean by a rose,
This
just
feels
simply.
like, it feels like it's planted. Or
No, it's not. Seriously, please.
Oh,
I'll go.
All right.
you're just gonna do that because you want me to help.
I know who I'm gonna call. Pat is a numbers nerd, we know that, right? But what I love about Pat is that she's got this curiosity about what the numbers mean. So she puts faces where there are numbers.
Right.
Where all of us look at a sheet of numbers, she looks at the impact.
After
Pete.
serving on the board, I think for about 8 years, I guess what I really admired about Pat is that the meetings were organized, they were run efficiently, but with a group of really very capable, bright people, leaders in the community. Pat also conducted the meetings in such a way that they were light, fun, and yet, dealing with, very factual and, serious topics. So I appreciated how the meetings were conducted.
Great, that's true too. Something else, Pat, and we recognize this, but, the state and the federal governments have been mandating, certainly under WIOA and the One Stop Center development. We've been a leader in the setting up of our One Stop Center, in picking our one-stop operator, and getting all of our partners to sign the MOU, fixing whatever is wrong with our applications to the state, to tell them, they don't know what they're doing, but we'll be nice about telling them that. And the reality is, because of that, we are a leader, and we have been a leader, and all of that is because of Pat. Pat sees the job at hand, understands the complexities of this workforce industry, and then applies it, and keeps us, she's our North Star, is what she is, as far as workforce is concerned. And I just want to say, it's been an absolute pleasure working for you this last 16 years.
I'm not gonna say a lot because it's always hard for me to leave places, but I've worked with many of you in this room for a long time. And John said it's all because of me, and it really isn't. I have been so blessed to have amazing board members, private sector people who step up to the plate, give their time, and spend countless hours with no pay. Those checks that I send you guys, don't cash them.
I tried.
To make a difference in our community. The staff here at the Workforce Center, the staff of the Workforce Investment Board, our elected officials, the county staff. This is a huge interrelated system, and without all of those people, I couldn't do what I do. I really, really have been blessed with the people around me who make me look good, and I appreciate that. There are two people who are not here who I wanted to mention because they were a strong influence on me. One was Jean Hansen. A lot of you know Jean, or knew Jean. She was the director of the Department of Employment Security when I first came here. And Jean always told it like it was, and she didn't pull any punches, and she taught me a lot about not taking crap from people and making sure that if we need to get something done, we do it. The other person is Bob Klein, who is the person who always said, how are we going to measure this? What data are we going to collect to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do? And so you all know I'm a data nerd, and so he is very near and dear to my heart because he forced us to look at things differently. So I can't say anything more than thank you for all the support, and I look forward to my next chapter in my life.
Great.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Right, carry on.